Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Friday Night Smackdown.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, the #1 contender to Braun Breaker's WWE Championship in Berlin. This is the last Smackdown before Bash in Berlin, ladies and gentlemen. And now AJ Styles has a chance to gain momentum going into Berlin. AJ Styles coming off a massive couple of weeks pinning Orton, the United States champion, and just having classics as well, ladies and gentlemen. But now AJ Styles has a chance to become a 3-time WWE champion if he can defeat Braun Breaker in Berlin. But tonight, he's got to get through The Miz as a warm-up here tonight. The Miz, a 2-time Grand Slam champion, future Hall of Famer in his own right.
And his opponent, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz!
The Miz, if he beats AJ Styles, you know damn well he's gonna want a shot at the WWE Championship. And now The Miz looking as cocky as ever. Let's get into this opening contest here on Smackdown. Last Smackdown before Berlin, and this matchup is underway. AJ Styles, Miz locking up here in this matchup. AJ pushing The Miz to the ropes. And a cheap shot by The Miz. Referee Chad Patterson here in this matchup. And now The Miz with the race lock on AJ Styles. And now Styles getting caught with the roll-up. But The Miz getting reversed by Styles now. And now The Miz using his strength and veteran-like ability to reverse that pin into a backslide. But now AJ Styles and The Miz once again locking up here in this matchup. And now pushing the phenomenal one over is The Miz. Big boot. AJ ducks underneath and rolls up The Miz now. And a kick out by The Miz. Into a chop block to the knee of The Miz is AJ Styles now. And now AJ with the chops. Now the kick. And now here comes a combination strikes from AJ Styles. Big punch. And now Styles ducked underneath, dropping the elbow to the chest of The Miz, going for the pin. Is this going to be enough now? And now Styles climbs to the top rope. What does AJ have in mind with the frog splash, going for the pin? Is this going to be enough? And now a kick out. Big chop, another punch by The Miz. And now The Miz sent off the over the top rope to the apron, and AJ just sent him down to the floor. And now the phenomenal one showing why he's the #1 contender to the WWE Championship. Count of 3. Miz got back inside the ring and caught with an insecurity. And now Miz finding a reversal and trying to take AJ for a ride. And down goes face first, goes Styles. Going for the pin is the Miz. There's two, and a kick out. And now Styles finding a right hand, Miz finding a reversal. And now Miz with the neck breaker. Down goes Styles. And now Miz getting reversed by the Phenomenal. And now what does Miz have in mind? Big forearm down on AJ. And now look at Miz. DDT planning Styles. Going for the pin to defeat AJ, and a big kick out by the Phenomenal One. Big insecurity. Miz looking for that submission. Big knee to the midsection. And now Styles with Miz. Kick to the chest another time. And now Miz takes down Styles. And now Miz with the neck breaker down on AJ. And now Miz getting reversed by Styles one more time. And now Styles has Miz in position. AJ Styles with the Styles clash. Going for the pin. Speed on the ropes, and Miz still kicks out. Going up top is AJ Styles. Referee did not see the feet on the ropes. Miz foot and hand was on the ropes on that pin of the Styles clash, but Miz still kicked out. That was a frog splash and another pin attempt, but the Miz still keeps kicking out. And now Styles with the combination clotheslining the Miz back into reality. And now Styles once again, there's the flatliner down on the Miz. And this has all been AJ Styles in the midsection of this matchup. And now Styles sends Miz off the ropes, ducked under. And now there's a German by AJ Styles. There's two, and a kick out by the Miz. And now the Miz is in the drop zone for AJ Styles. Big shoulder tackle. And now the Miz once again on the attack. Big form. And now AJ hanging up the Miz on the top rope. And now going to the top is AJ, who drops a frog splash. But the Miz popped right back up. Off the ropes goes Styles, ducked under is the Miz, leapfrog now. And now the Miz getting reversed by AJ once again. And now working over the arm is the Phenomenal One. And now once again, the Miz getting caught with the combination. And now AJ going to the apron. AJ with the 450. But not done there. AJ gets up the Miz. AJ has the Miz in position. Styles clash. But not done. Miz is down. AJ giving the crowd what they want. And now Phenomenal form. An onslaught to the Miz. Going for the pin. And AJ with the win.
Here is your winner, the Phenomenal AJ Styles.
And if AJ does that this Sunday, we might have a new WWE champion. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back live from Berlin, Germany. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the #1 contender to Jade Cargill.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Honolulu, Hawaii,
If you guys remember last week, Soruka went one-on-one with Dakota Kai. Soruka did get the win in that match, but it was what happened afterwards is what everybody's talking about. Jade Cargill attacked both Dakota Kai and Soruka after the match. Nick Aldis made it official. Soruka will challenge Jade Cargill in a 2 out of 3 falls Extreme Rules match in Berlin. But now, ladies and gentlemen, her warm-up here tonight is a former women's champion in her own right.
The Judgment Day from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan. She's also looking to get back into the women's title picture here on Friday Night Smackdown. This is gonna be one hell of a match, ladies and gentlemen. Soruka, Liv Morgan coming up next. And this match is underway. Soruka, Liv Morgan trading blows early on in this match. Big knee, and now there's a reverse Frankensteiner by Soruka. And Soruka messing around here in this match. And now into another arm drag by Ruka. And Ruka bringing out the gear she wore for SummerSlam here in this matchup. And now Soruka with the face buster down on Morgan, going for the pin. Is this gonna be enough to defeat Morgan? And now a kick out by Liv. Big kick. Morgan though finds the reversal, and now Morgan takes her down with the neck breaker. And now what does Liv Morgan have in mind? Getting reversed by Soruka. And now Ruka getting reversed once again into a spinning heel kick. And now look at Ruka once again showboating in this match. I don't know if that's a smart thing to do when you're dealing with a veteran like Liv, who can do that out of any given moment in this match. And now Liv with Ruka on her shoulder. Soul's in trouble, and down with the shoulder breaker, going for the pin to defeat Soruka, and a kick out by Ruka. And ladies and gentlemen, still to come, we will find out the #1 contender to Randy Orton's United States Championship. And then the main event, Braun Breaker would take on Braun Strowman. As a warm-up for Breaker on ahead of his title defense against Styles. What a clothesline by Soruka. And now Ruka clearing off the announcer's table. But now Liv attacking that injured knee with the brace. Double foot stomp avoided. And now Soruka has Liv Morgan on the announcer's table. This could be bad for both of these women. Big punch. And now Soruka and Liv Morgan trading blows on the table. And now Liv Morgan with the punch, and now dropping Soruka off the announcer's table. Count of 6 by our referee. Count of 7, and now Soruka sends Liv back inside the ring. Count was at 8 before these women got back inside the ring. And now Soruka with the powerbomb, going for the pin on Morgan, and a kick out. Big knee to the back of Liv, and now Liv takes down the arm of Sol. But now Sol finds the reversal and punching the hell out of Liv's face. And now Morgan went for the head scissor, and now look at Morgan got caught with the Soul Snatcher. When the hell did that even come from? There's 2 and a kick out by Liv. And now Soruka taking out Liv Morgan once again. Big chop, a punch, and there's the arm drag once again. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What in the hell? The lights went out. That's the Wyatt 6 theme. What in the hell does Nikki Cross want with Soruka? Oblivion by Liv Morgan. Going for the pin to defeat Soruka and a kick out. And Liv's pissed off. Liv Morgan tried to end this match with the Oblivion. Soruka kicks out. Going for the pin after the head scissor total. There's two and another kick out by Soruka. And now Liv. This is why she's a decorated Women's Hall of Famer. Kick to the midsection. Big punch by Soruka. Other slap by Liv. And now both of these women going toe to toe. Giving it all they have here in this match. Big right hand. And now another punch. And now Soruka and Liv Morgan just trading nasty blows here. Big punch. Liv Morgan though finds another right hand. And now, ladies and gentlemen, both of these women refusing to give up here. Both of these women. Big forearm reverse into another Oblivion. Now Liv goes for the pin on Soul and another kick out. What in the hell is Soul made out of? And now Liv sent Soul into the corner. Big knee into the corner. Into a front flip slam into the corner drop kick. Down goes Liv. Knee to the back of Morgan. And now Soruka with the punch. Soruka with the Soul Snatch off the ropes. Going for the pin on Morgan and a kick out. Morgan kicking out of Soruka Soul Snatcher. Ruka kicking out of Liv Morgan's Oblivion. And now Morgan and Soul giving everything they have towards one another. Big punch. And now Soruka again with the Soul Snatcher. Going for the pin on Liv to beat Liv Morgan. And she did it.
Here is your winner, Soruka.
Soruka builds momentum towards that Extreme Rules 2 out of 3 Falls match she has with Jade Cargill and a couple nights in Berlin. Wait a minute, what's happening here? Soruka going to the outside, getting up Liv Morgan. Soruka. She said to the referee, this is for Jade Cargill. She's trying to prove a point to Jade. Referee's trying to stop Soul. Big forearm to the ref. Get out of the way then, ref. Big moonsault through the announcer's table. Soruka just laid out Liv through the announcer's table. And ladies and gentlemen, Soruka sent a message to the women's champion. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And it is time for the #1 contender to the United States Championship.
The following is scheduled for one fall Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 223 pounds, Lexis King.
Lexis King getting this opportunity here tonight. But he doesn't know who his opponents are. Or his opponent, I should say, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Aldis said it's a surprise. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Did someone say his name?
And his opponent from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 231 pounds, Joe Henry.
Joe Hendry making his Smackdown debut here tonight in Berlin. If you ever seen Joe Hendry in TNA, you would know this man is something special. And now Joe Hendry has a chance to get gold around his waist early in his WWE career. Let's get into this #1 contendership match. Joe Hendry, Lexis King. Early on in this match, Lexis King with the neckbreaker. Big kick by Hendry, and now Hendry with the kick, and now Hendry taking down Lexis King and working over the knee of King. Now working over that knee once again is Joe Hendry. Turning over Lexis, big reversal by King, taking out the leg of Joe Hendry. Big reversal by Hendry, big punch, no kick by Lexis, and now Lexis King with the combination kick to the back of Joe Hendry. And now King stomping out the arm of Joe. And now what does Lexis King have in mind? Big elbow drop. And now getting up Joe Hendry is Lexis King. Big crossbody avoided. And now Joe Hendry with the snapmare. Into the axe handle now. And now Joe Hendry working over the legs once more of Lexis King. And now Joe Hendry kick to the midsection. Big snapmare. Lexis King though finds the reversal. Now Lexis King with the snapmare. Stomp to the arm. Lexis King with the stomp. And ladies and gentlemen, Lexis King has never held gold in WWE. Now could be the time, but now look at Joe Hendry holding the submission, but Lexis King got out of it quickly. And now Lexis King going for the pin. Hendry kicked out. Now getting up Joe Hendry. Big punch. And now Lexis King finding the combinations. DDT on Hendry. Hendry rolls out of harm's way. Now gets back inside the ring. There's the clothesline. Into another clothesline. Joe Hendry with the third clothesline. Sending Lexis King stumbling into the corner. And now Hendry with Lexus in the corner. Big axe handle to the back. And now Hendry turns him around. And now looking to deliver punches to the face of Joe Hendry. Or Lexus King. Oh. And Lexus falls out of the corner. And now Hendry showboating in the corner. Lexus gets up. Hendry went for the cutter. There's a crossbody by Hendry though. And now Hendry climbs to the top rope. Lexus King meets him there. And now Lexus King went to throw Hendry off, but Hendry with their shoulder tackle off the top rope, going for the pin on Lexus King to go to Berlin and a kick out. And now Lexus King and Joe Hendry going back and forth with each other into a neck breaker by Lexus. Stomp to the arm. And now Lexus King gets up. Henry, big chop, another chop, and third chop. And now there's the chops by King. Up goes Henry, but Henry finds the reversal, and down goes Lexus. And now what does Henry have in mind? Big right hand. And now these two men are hockey brawling in the middle of the ring. Big punches by both of these men. They both want the chance to face Orton at Berlin for the WWE United States Championship. Big right hands by both men. And now Hendry getting caught with the two-piece combo. And now both men now throwing haymakers, not letting another man get the advantage. But now it's Lexus King climbing to the top rope. Henry stunned. Lexus King with the crossbody. And now King has Hendry for the fisherman. No, there's the neck breaker by Hendry. And now Hendry looking for the final standing ovation. And he connects, going for the pin after the standing ovation. And Hendry is #1 contender for the U.S. title.
Here is your winner, Joe Hendry.
What a debut for Joe Hendry. What a match. And ladies and gentlemen,
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is full.
we are back live for our main event. And here comes the unpredictable badass. The new WWE Champion and Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker winning that triple threat match at SummerSlam, pinning Solo Sikoa. And ever since then, Braun Breaker has took a little time off just to recoup. But Breaker is now a two-time WWE Champion. And I would hate to be Braun Strowman here tonight that have to put up with the unpredictable badass. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get out his opponent. The monster of all monsters. The one big SOB. And Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman He's making his return after having that injury. And what a return it is to have the WWE Champion as your first opponent. Let's get into this match, ladies and gentlemen. I guess Breaker's putting the title on the line here tonight. I don't know why in the hell Breaker would risk it after seeing what AJ did earlier on in the night. And now Breaker stomping the head of Strowman. And now look at Breaker, the unpredictable badass with forearms through the neck of Strowman. We know the neck injuries of Braun Strowman, and now just slamming his head repeatedly into the mat. And now Strowman taking down Breaker once again, and now into an elbow. And now Breaker, or Strowman, with Breaker just throwing him across the ring. Stomp to the ankle. And now Braun having a blast here in his return match. Having Breaker belly to belly, sending Breaker to the outside. And now what does Braun have in mind? Knee to the face. Big punch, another punch, and now Breaker with the uppercut to the back of the skull. Counter two by our referee, Charles Robinson. And now Braun Breaker just taking it to Strowman here. Counter three. And our main event. And now Breaker stomp to the knee. And now what does Braun have in mind? Big head bump by Strowman. And now Strowman and Breaker throwing haymakers at one another. That is one big SOB. You don't want to throw haymakers with Braun Strowman. But look at Breaker. He wants it. He wants to prove himself to Strowman. Big punch. And now both of these men unloading on one another. And now it's Breaker. Punch to the midsection. And now Breaker sends Strowman off the ropes. Ducked under. Big knee reversed, and now Strowman with the elevated triangle. The elevated triangle, but there's a rope break. Charles Robinson called a rope break. And now Strowman, what does he have in mind here? Walking across the body of the WWE Champion. And now Strowman getting reversed by Breaker, and now Breaker sends Strowman off the ropes into, oh my god, what a power by Braun Breaker. And now Breaker gets reversed by Strowman. I don't know if this was a smart idea by Breaker to fucking put on his title on the line. Big reversal. And a kick out by Strowman. Big punch. Big right hand by Strowman. And now Strowman has Breaker for the running power slam. No, Breaker takes out the knee. And now Breaker has Strowman in the corner. The monster's on one leg. Big clothesline. Down goes Strowman. And now Breaker firing up Strowman with a big ass boot. Going for the pin for the WWE title. There's two, and Breaker kicks out. That was too close for comfort if you Braun Breaker. You almost lost your WWE title. Off the ropes. Oh my god, what a powerbomb by Strowman. And now Breaker sends Strowman off the ropes into a spear. Going for the pin on Braun Strowman, and a kick out. And now Breaker goes to the corner, measuring it up again with another spear. Go for the pin breaker. There's two, and Braun again gets the shoulder up. Remember, Braun Strowman's a former Universal Champion. He knows what it takes to hold main event gold here in the WWE. He's also an Intercontinental Champion as well. You can't forget that. Big axe handle, down goes Strowman. And now Breakker stomps the back of Strowman out off the ropes. Big elbow drop by Breakker. And now Breakker gets up Strowman. Big punch, big axe handle, down goes Strowman once again. And you gotta be careful here if you Braun Breakker. You don't want to get in the arm's reach of Braun Strowman. And now Strowman with the holder Breakker. Face first goes Breakker into the corner. And now Braun Strowman off the ropes. Braun Strowman splashing Breakker in the corner. And now Breakker could be losing grip of his title. Braun Strowman with the running power slam, going for the pin. There's two, and Breakker again kicks out. Breakker refusing to let go of that WWE title. And now stomping the face of Breakker out. But now Breakker got back up, and this is what I meant. The arm's reach of Strowman is dangerous. Into another chokeslam by Strowman. And now Strowman, he's calling for it one more time. He wants to run it back. And now Strowman with Breakker onto the ropes. And now stomping the chest of Breakker out. Going for the pin on Breakker for the WWE Championship. And Breakker kicks out again. And now Breakker could be in trouble here. The like grip of Braun Strowman. And now what does Strowman have in mind is Strowman closing in on the WWE Championship. Big scoop slam down. Look at Breakker though, getting out of harm's way. And now Strowman getting taken down by Breakker. Big stomp. And now Breakker sends back inside the ring by Strowman. And Breakker, you gotta rally if you want to keep your WWE title. And there's a pounce by Strowman. Jesus. And now Strowman with Braun Breakker up and dropping him on the top rope. Stomp to the arm. And now Strowman stomping the arm once again. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't think this was what Breakker had in mind. Big reversal. And now Breakker finds the reversal. Taking down Strowman with the punch. There's two. And Breakker can't put away Strowman. Breakker gotta figure out something. He gotta retain if he wants to fight AJ Styles in Berlin. Now going to the top rope is Braun Breakker with an axe handle. And now Breakker dropping the fist on the face of Strowman. And now Strowman sent off the ropes. Breakker with another spear. When the hell did that even come from? There's one. There's two. And Braun Breakker retained. What a minute. That's the music of Aleister Black. Mr. Money in the Bank. Oh my God, there's Mr. Money in the Bank. He's here. Aleister Black. He's cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. What in the hell? Aleister Black. Black Mask. Going for the pin for the WWE title. There's two, and Aleister Black has won the WWE Championship.
Here is your winner,
What in the hell did we just see?
WWE Champion, Aleister Black.
Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you later.